Talking about nomination and congresses and primaries, you've picked the form now.
Yes, I have.
And you're working towards the primaries in your party. You are going to be running under the PDP platform.
Yes, will be.
And an election has just been done in your state where the APC won the governorship election. Is that an obstacle? Is that a challenge? Is that a hindrance to your ambition?
Well, the whole wide world knows what went wrong with the Ekiti state election. That was a kangaroo election. It was daylight robbery, and by God's grace, the case is pending in the tribunal, and because it's at the court of law, we won't be able to comment on that. But hopefully, the judiciary system of our government will be able to give the appropriate justice to whom justice is rightly due to. Now, in an area where there's a change of government, it becomes so difficult because our people still have the mentality of voting the current party, the incumbent party, into power. But gradually, and I say gradually, the tidings are changing. Now they are voting for personality. They are looking at the people who are coming out under the different umbrella of different parties, trying to examine their candidate and then see whether this man is a genuine man or is a fake man. And because of that, because our people are now going to vote for personality rather than a party, that is where our hope lies. And that is why yesterday I picked up the form, hoping that if I skate through the PDP primaries and face the general election come 2019, I, like a few others, will be able to give a good account of myself in the general election.
So are you hopeful of, clinching the PDP ticket to represent your people in the Federal House of Representative Ekiti Central Constituency 2?
I have worked, I have toiled, and I believe that good work always pays. The adage says no pain, no gain. I have worked tremendously for the People's Democratic Party of Nigeria in my area, and I believe in my people and the delegates that they will do just right on September 19 when we hold our primaries to vote me as their elected candidate to represent them in coming 2019 election.
Finally, could you look at the camera and talk to your people about the fact that, like you said, you've worked, about the fact that you are their child and they know you and they trust you, they know what you can do, and the fact that you are relying on them to begin the journey that you started yesterday, and that they should not be afraid because you have a contract with them, the contract to better their life, the contract of empowerment. Can you do that?
Well, to my people back home in Ekiti Central Federal Constituency 2, comprising of Efonalaye local government, the Ekiti West local government, and Nigeria local government, I come to you today with a humble heart that I am willing and I am ready to serve you. Give me the opportunity and you will know that you have given your mandate to somebody who will represent you and who is ready to give you a genuine accountability of his stewardship come 2019. So the ball is in your court. I have done my own share. I beg you to do your own share and to do your own quota. It is time to differentiate the boys from the men. The ball is in your court.
I just want to once again thank you for coming to Peter Show and Peter podcast. We will be coming back to you again to talk about the general situation of things politically and economically and otherwise, because it's such an uncertain situation in Nigeria today. But from your point of view, I just want to congratulate you for beginning a journey that will help you empower your people, a journey that will help you realize your dream. I have no doubt that if they give you that trust, that mandate, that you will excel, because I trust you and I've seen you realize, seen you try to, as much as possible, be the change that you want to see in the society. So if we should get leaders in Nigeria who represents us in every field of life, I think you are one of those people. So congratulations and thanks for coming to the Peter Show podcast and Peter Show.
Thank you so much.
All right.
For having me.
Well, viewers, we have come to the end of the show. We have been talking to the Oluomo of Ijiro Kingdom, Chief David Arowolo. He yesterday picked the form to represent his people, Ekiti Central Constituency 2 in the Federal House of Representatives come 2019. So that dream, that ambition is between him, his party, and his people now. It is about meeting the aspirants. So we are going to be bringing you more aspirants from the different political parties to talk about what their ambition are, what they will be doing for the people, and why they want to represent the people. And the onus is on you to make up your minds on what the people are telling you and who to really mandate to represent you. Personally, I do not think that it should be business as usual. This is the time to question what aspirants, what candidates are telling you. It is not about giving out money. It is not about sweet talking you. It is about questioning, examining people's personality, who they have been, and how they are going to transfer who they have been into who they want to become if you give them your mandate. It is better to deal with the situation now than after the election. Vote people you trust. Vote people you think they can represent you, not because of money, not because they are close to you, not because of religion, not because of emotion. Do they have that leadership qualities? Do they have that community spirit? Have they demonstrated it before? Do they have the capabilities? Do they have the educational requirement to understand the complexity of governance? These are very important requirements. They are very important yardsticks that you need to examine bit by bit in making up your mind on who to follow. Do they have the health? Are they okay? Are they sick? Are they healthy? These are things you should think about. Don't let anybody come to you telling you that I will represent you. Whether I'm sick, whether I'm well, I am the best person. How are you going to do that? If you don't have the health, you can't represent the people. If you don't have the education, you can't represent the people because it's difficult to understand the complexities of the realities of what the office you are seeking. And if you don't have the community spirit, how do you actually reach out to people? How do you actually show love? If you don't have the humbleness, how do you actually understand people? How do you actually understand the needs of people? You have to have that community spirit. You have to have that spirit of giving, that spirit of being selfless. These are important qualities that we should consider when we are picking up our votes and picking up our cards and saying, I'm going to vote for this person. When we are choosing, when we are deciding who we mandate to any office to represent us. This is where the problem is with Nigerians. That we think about leadership, we tend to blame our leaders all the times after the election. But it shouldn't be. Our power, our vote, our voice is when we are considering who to vote for and when we are finally putting down our vote for that person. If we sell our votes for whatsoever reason, whether money, emotion, religion or tribe, then we have no right to criticize anybody. We have no right to say our leaders are failing us because we knew before we voted for them that they were not going to be able to do anything. They were not going to be the answers to our problems. And yet, because of religion, because of money, because of tribe, because of emotion, we decide that we're going to vote for them. Then we shouldn't blame them when they cannot deliver. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say, think deeply before you cast your votes. But another thing, please go out and get your card, your PVC. Your PVC is your voice. When we are talking about people who will make the president, who will ensure that you get the president that you want, the House of Representatives member that you want, the Senate member that you want, the House of Assembly members that you want. It is through your card, your PVC is your power. If you don't have it, let's not talk about it. You are not going to be one of them. And then again, I do realize that there are people who go out there to get their PVCs and keep it just to have it, either to monetize it or just because if they ask me. When you do that, you are not being patriotic. When you do that, you are not voting in the person that would have been able to help you out of whether you are poor, whether you need empowerment. You are not doing any of that because the people you do not want will continue to get into power. You know why? Because you decided to stay aloof. You stood aloof when you would have acted, when you would have gone out there in the morning to say, this is the day that I will have the choice to be part of those who will elect the leaders that I want in my society, that I want in my country. Until we begin to do that, until we begin to be part of the game changers, there is always going to be a problem in this country. Are you part of those that is going to change that? Are you part of those that are going to change that in 2019? Well, it is around the corner. And what you do will decide where we are going to in 2019. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say thank you. And until we come your way again,